This is our lesson on solving two-variable inequalities graphically. We're going to start out with the example of y is less than 2x minus 3. First thing that we want to do is treat this as if it was y equals 2x minus 3, and we want to graph the line. So the line y equals 2x minus 3 would start at negative 3, and we would go up 2 over 1. So from negative 3 up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1, and so on. And we have points to make our graph. Before we draw our line, though, we want to look at the symbol. Just as when we solved one-variable inequalities, we had open circles and closed circles. For two-variable inequalities, we have solid lines and dashed lines. If there's an equal to in our symbol, it's going to be a solid line. This does not have an equal to, so it's going to be our dashed line. Basically what that means, any point on this line will not make this inequality true. If we picked a point on this line, the left side would be equal to the right side. But we don't want equal to, we just want less than. So we make a dashed line. After we make the dashed line, we need to test a point. 0, 0 is typically the easiest point to test. When we test that point, we want to plug it back into the original inequality. 0 is less than 2 times 0 minus 3. 2 times 0 is 0. 0 minus 3 is negative 3, so we have 0 is less than negative 3. That's false. So we tested 0, and it did not work. So we do not want to shade towards 0. We want to shade away from 0. So we want to shade down here. That shaded region represents all of the possible answers to this inequality. Any point in this shaded region, if we plugged it into this inequality, it would work. It would make that inequality true. Here's another example. We have 2x plus 3y is greater than or equal to 0. If we're going to graph this, the first thing we need to do is put it in y equals form. So we subtract 2x from each side and get 3y equals negative 2x. Notice I changed it to an equal sign because for right now, that's all we're doing is we're getting it in y equals form. To get rid of the 3 here, we divide by 3 and y equals negative 2/3 x. So our graph is going to start at 0 because we don't have a b value. So we start at 0, our slope is negative 2/3, so we go down 2 over 3, down 2 over 3. And this time it's a solid line because of the equal to symbol. So we have our line drawn. Now we need to test a point. Last slide I said 0, 0 is a good point to test. However, this line goes through 0, 0, which means we can't use 0, 0. We have to pick a different point. So I picked the point 5, 5 out here. And if we test 5, 5, we plug it in for x and y. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 10 plus 15 is 25. So we have 25 is greater than or equal to 0. That's true. So the point 5, 5 works. So starting from our line, we want to go towards the point 5, 5. So we want to shade above the line for this one.